Caleb Neff. I run Juniper Recording here in Cape Coral, Florida. I'm a producer, engineer, guitar player, lifelong tone aficionado.
In this room, 'cause nobody tells you the road.
About 10 years ago, after recording bands in every bedroom and church cafeteria in the area, my wife and I decided to go all in, making a studio at the house. The line that I've heard from a lot of other producers is that most studios are either like a spaceship or your grandmother's basement. So we're trying to just make something that's modern and analog focused and feels like home. About 12 years ago, I get this little starter kit recording package and just think, like, how hard can it be? And I didn't sleep for about 3 months, but our youth group band had an EP and I was absolutely hooked. So more and more as the years go by, I'm working my day job, not just any day job, pastor at a fairly large church, and I'm figuring out how I can get all my work done and sneak out so that I can go mix a record for the afternoon. And over the years, we started hosting a concert venue for the local bands and then eventually bands from out of town. I played in one of those bands, played a bunch of those shows, mixed a bunch of those shows, and then made some records for some of those bands. And really over time just discovered that, like, this is my life. I have to do this or I will go crazy. You know, the best part of having a studio in the house is that my family is a part of it. If you come to make a record here, once my kids get to know you, you will be conscripted into a game of hide and seek while we're on a break at some point. And it's fun, you know. My kids understand that there's a couple of guitars that are not to be touched, but for the most part, it's a blast letting them, you know, get in and bang around on some stuff because they don't know this yet, but they're in the first stages of development towards family band. I wrote my first song, I think, in the 6th grade, and it was just terrible. But I just always had that, like, passion of wanting to do my own thing, even to the point of, like, when you get into high school and there's, like, styles and scenes and bands that I was playing in, I've always had this feeling that, like, if everyone else is doing X, we should do Y or, like, Q. Like, just let's chart our own place on the map to some extent. But we just gotta have the courage to go, like, this is who I am, and let's let it stand on its own terms. And so, like, that's the kind of record that I want to make. I want to do something that's unique and original, not because we have to try hard to be unique and original, because you, as the artist, you are a unique and original person, and there's a reason that you want to tell these stories, and there's a reason that you wrote these songs. So, like, for the love of God, let's make a record that sounds like you, not like whoever else is cool. You know, a lot of people don't understand what a producer does. A recording studio is a place that you go, play music, they set up microphones and make sure that the stuff that they're capturing sounds good. But a producer is someone that is a creative partner in the process with you. I am all in with these artists that, like, your record is my record, like, I'm owning it with you, that this thing would be good, that your vision would come to life, and that we would both be really, really stinking proud of this thing at the end of the day. I think if you've talked to bands or artists that have recorded before, it's not hard to find producer horror stories, like someone that somebody worked with that was, like, just a total jerk, a difficult person, a dictator. And oftentimes bands walk out with something that, like, they've spent a lot of money for and they don't even feel like it's their record. I've always just felt like the producer role is a sacred thing, that you are entering into this bond that this band already has, and this thing that they've developed and worked hard on, and this sound that they have that they like, and it's working, and they're playing these shows and people like it. And I've always felt like my number one job, first and foremost, is just not screw it up. I don't approach it like, how can I make this band something that I personally would like better? It's not something that comes to me in those terms. It's like, there is something great about this band. There is something great about this artist or this writer. And my job is to help them channel like the vision that's in their heart, so that is the thing that becomes reality, so that no one should ever feel like they hold their record and it wasn't a part of them, that it's not like from the deepest place in their heart.
Till you've laid down in the field, your righteousness by.
Nowadays, anybody with a computer can make a record, and you should. It's how you learn. It's how I developed as a musician and a producer. But if you have the opportunity to sing into a 60s U87, you should. If you have the opportunity to use gear that creates heat and is finicky and burns a lot of electricity, you should, because it's magical. I think one of the things that's inherent about being a creative person, about being someone that dreams dreams and has visions, is that there's always something else that you want to do. There's always this new challenge to conquer. There's always this burning thing inside of you that has to get out. So incredibly blessed to be able to make so many incredible records with people that are not just great musicians, great artists, great writers, but great human beings, people that you believe in their projects, that you want them to succeed, people that I feel like we become partners in this thing together, people that by the time we've made a record together for 3 or 6 months, it's like we're just friends. My name is Caleb Neff. This is Juniper Recording, where we make memorable records.
Dancing round and